going on, guys? It's Bruce Matson, your host of the show, Metric Scout Fantasy Football, the show that goes in deep detail on fantasy football topics, and they can range from anywhere from Devy to Dynasty to Redraft DFS. We cover all of it here. If that's something you're into, something you want to learn about, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, tell your homies. And this show is going to be about Michael Carter. And I love Michael Carter. I liked him going into the draft. I liked him a lot. I love the value of him going into the draft. Except for things are starting to get a little dicey for me because he's starting to get drafted in the first round. Right after the draft, Dynasty Leaguers was drafting in the first round of rookie drafts, which for me is a little too rich for my blood. I like him, but I don't like him that much. I feel like it's a high-risk proposition to pay that much of a premium for him. And the main reason is, one, he was drafted in the 4th round. 2, he went to the Jets. 3, this depth chart is one of the reasons why the bump up in the value he's receiving, because he's being pegged as a guy that could receive touches early in his career because he's sharing the backfield with Michael P. Ryan, Tevin Coleman, Micah Johnson, and a bunch of other Jags. The thing about this could be a messy situation from the jump anyways. From a long-term perspective, they spent premium, creme de la creme, draft capital to get Zach Wilson on their team. They're going to do everything possible to get him the weapons necessary to be able to maximize his skill set. So it's not like the team's done bringing in running backs, circumventing the position. They're going to draft another guy. They're going to bring in another talent. Either next year or the year after. It's going to happen. We see this happening with the Jets. This is going to happen. Michael Carter's going to have to play his brains out for them to not want to upgrade the position, add more talent, and bring in another running back via the draft or free agency. It's just the name of the game. They spent an early 4th rounder, which is okay draft capital. It's day 3. It's not anything to hang your hat on. It's nothing to get excited. I really do not recommend drafting day 3 guys in the first round of rookie drafts. It's just all kinds of bad. The hit rate's low. And even if you like the prospect, even if you like the situation, usually day 3 guys, they don't last as long in the NFL with the starting role. Also, you're drafting Michael Carter at a ceiling. If he hits, if he plays well this season, if he gets opportunity to be the starter for a bit, he's going to be valued at a first-round rookie pick. You just bought him at his ceiling. He's not going to be a top 20 guy. He's not going to be a top 10 guy unless he plays his brains out, which could happen. Just the odds are saying no. Because one, this team isn't projected to be blowing the doors off of defenses and scoring lots of points. They're probably going to slow it down. They're probably going to use the defense to keep the clock controlled. They're probably going to see what they got in Zach Wilson. They're probably using this as a retool year, and they're probably just going to do the best they can with what they got with the rookie quarterback and see where they need to improve to build this team. They're not going to win a Super Bowl. This team is probably not going to surprise us. If anything, they could be a little bit more pass-heavy, considering that's where the skill set lies, is at the receiver core with Corey Davis, Denzel Mims, Crowder, and Elijah Moore. There's the talent. They got the young quarterback who likes to sling the ball. Tevin Coleman's there. Michael P. Ryan's there. Michael Carter. All guys, when you look at the talent perspective, they're kind of close to each other. When you think of things playing out for year one, you think of a committee. You think of a frustrating committee that's low volume, and that's probably what we're going to get out of here. I do not see long-term value here with Michael Carter. I see maybe some pop-up value with him stringing together a few games, but it's not going to lead to an asset that you can sell for a profit. You're pretty much going to have to ride and die with him on your roster, even though he's playing well. You're not going to get more than what you paid for him from this year's draft. You're just not doing that. If you're paying the 110, 111, 112, he's got a 112 ADP, but I've seen accounts on Twitter where he's been drafted like 110, 109 or so. The odds of him hitting, being a top 10 running back, are not that great, considering the offense, considering where he's drafted at, considering his profile. He's not profiled as a feature back to begin with. He's not profiled as a 20-plus touch a game guy. He's 5'8", 201. When we adjust for his pro day numbers, he ran a 4.59 40-yard dash. Low level size adjusted speed score. What we like from his game is he has 2,000-yard seasons. He's able to catch the ball in the backfield. It looks good running between the tackles. He's very nuanced when it comes from seeing the field, finding the hole, his approach to the line of scrimmage. He does a lot of things good. It's just the athletic prowess is not there. The teams are always going to want more from that perspective. A la one in bringing another draft pick, one in bringing another guy off free agency. It's a risky move, especially when you have guys like Rondale Moore sitting there, Justin Fields where you can draft, Dommy Brown. You could even go Kadarius Toney. He was drafted in the first round. The Giants are obviously wanting to use him. There's just a lot of other options that seem a little safer, especially for a long-term standpoint, than Michael Carter. I loved Michael Carter going to the draft. I was snagging him all day. Every draft, late second round, mid-second round, early third round, every rookie draft I was doing pre-draft. All those mock drafts, he was one of my targets at the running back position whenever he'd slip at a value. Once my favorite wide receivers were off the board, he was the guy I was looking at. And if he wasn't there, then I was pivoting to something else. But a lot of times he was there mid-second, early third, when the wide receivers were starting to get bare, and I would go his way. But drafting him late first round, 110, 111, maybe 112, it's getting a little dicey. The price tag is up there. And even in best ball and redraft leagues, things are getting dicey with him. He is getting drafted ahead of Devonta Smith with an 88.4 ADP when Devonta Smith has an 88.6. Devonta Smith is pegged to be the wide receiver one for his team. There's no one else really there. He's pegged to get touches. Carter's bump in value, his perceived value, is very risky, even in seasonal league, because the talent pool is obviously dropping off here. And we're starting to get into the Jags at the running back position, but we still have some wide receivers to hang our hat on. And usually we're wanting to fill our running back spot early in the draft because that's where the position's strongest at, and wide receivers deep. So it's not a smart move trying to get running backs that late that are that dangerous when it comes to potentially busting, not getting a full workload, when we don't have this much info to make a smart decision on. But I like Michael Carter. I just don't like where he's being drafted at. I wish he was a little cheaper. If he was falling around 203, 204, 205, 202 even, 201-ish maybe? There's got to be a 2 there. He's got to be in the second round of rookie drafts for me to be more interested. The first round is just getting a little too rich for my blood. And what it is there's running back FOMO going on. Fear of missing out. Again, running backs drive the price point in Dynasty Fantasy Football, all fantasy football formats for that matter. But that doesn't mean you take swings at them and miss out on values like Rondale Moore. You draft talent and then you trade for need later. That's what you got to do. So you draft your talented guy, Rondale Moore for this instance. He should not be falling into the mid portion of the second round. Should not really be an early second rounder. He should be a late first. He should be in there. But he's falling due to people paying up for Michael Carter. That is probably not a smart move, especially when you can probably spend a second round pick on a running back that can fill your void for fantasy points in season anyways. The smart move is to always draft talent, trade for need later. And that's not what people are doing when they're drafting Michael Carter at 110 over Terrace Marshall, Elijah Moore, Rondale Moore, sometimes Trey Sermon. That's just what's happening here in a lot of drafts. And it's a sucker move because they're paying up for a running back who's got a perceived situation where they can get a lot of touches, but that's something that may not come true, and his talent level leaves us to believe that this is going to be a committee for the long term, and for that price tag, it's not something you're going to want to pay for. And that's my issue. I like him. I like him as a running back in committee. I like him as a running back getting touches. I like him catching the ball in the backfield. But I do not want to pay the 110, 111. I do not like that price tag. I like him a lot. I just wish he was at a cheaper price point. And that's all I got on Michael Carter today. I want to thank you for watching the show, sticking with me. Make sure you hit that subscribe button right down there on the way out. Ring the bell, tell your homies, and I'll catch you next time. Peace out.